Hello again. So let's talk stamp duty. So what you'll see behind me here is some information on how stamp duty is actually calculated. It works on a sliding scale based on the property value, and it actually changes each 12 months based on CPI. So if you're curious about it, this information behind me has come from the Office of State Revenue website. They've got a calculator on it and it's a good resource for you to use. Unless you're a first home buyer where you're going to get some stamp duty exemptions, unfortunately you're going to have to consider it every time you're doing something with property. I had a conversation about this with my client this week that they purchased a property fairly recently, in the last year or two. They paid around $900,000 for a property which attracts just over $35,000 in stamp duty. So to them, the property owes them over $935,000. To look at the property and see that there hasn't been any meaningful gain since they've owned it and they haven't made any improvements to it, the property is still likely to be worth what they paid for it. So the important distinction to make is that stamp duty isn't adding any value to the property. It's different if you took that $35,000 and made improvements and put a new kitchen or a new bathroom in or something to that effect, which is going to raise the value of the property and you're adding value to it. Stamp duty is just unfortunately a tax that doesn't add value to the home. So we'll do our best to recover as much as we can during the marketing process of the property, but it is something that needs to be considered that, you know, if the position is you do need to sell, that recovering all of that might not always be a possibility depending on the property and how the market's going. So it's definitely something worth to keep in mind.